Hey guys, welcome back. The title of this video is going to be, what should we do with the $5,000 DOGE dividend? What should we do? Now, I'm going to first start this video out by saying I'm not a financial professional. I can't tell you what to do, when to do it, or how to do it. But these are just my opinions, okay? So we need to ask ourselves, to build wealth, what should we do with this $5,000 dividend they're talking about, okay? If you haven't heard, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are talking about giving a $5,000 dividend back to the taxpayers, okay? And the way they're gonna be able to do this is they gotta save $2 trillion from the federal government's deficit, all right? And from that $2 trillion, they estimate they can give a dividend back of $400 billion, guys. $400 billion back to the American taxpayers. It's an interesting proposal, right? So let's talk about it, all right? Let's talk about what we could do with this money, all right? And I've come up with 5 options, okay? There's 5 options we have as a nation to do something with this money, okay? Now, first and foremost, okay, I believe that Elon Musk is going to ask the public, what should we do with this money? He's going to put out a Twitter poll of should we give a dividend back to the taxpayers? I can almost guarantee it. All right, and you know, most taxpayers are going to say yes. We want our money back. Please give it back to us. Okay, you know that's going to happen. All right, so it's probably going to be voted yes. And not to mention Donald Trump, you know who he is, okay? He's going to want to put his name on that check. Thank you, Donald Trump, for our $5,000 dividend, if it happens. All right, there's no guarantees in life, but that's probably what's going to happen. So let's look at option number 1. All right, option number 1, which is probably the smartest play, is to take the $400 billion and make the first payment on our national debt. All right, this would take us maybe from 36 trillion down to 35.6 trillion, guys. That would be the smartest play, okay? Because assuming they cut out $2 trillion from the deficit, you would assume that, hey, maybe every year now, the government would have a little extra money to pay down the debt. All right, let's get that debt down. Maybe we could get it back down to $20 trillion. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice, right? $20 trillion, that would be a dream, okay? But, odds are we're not going to do that. Odds are they're going to issue a dividend of $5,000 to all the taxpayers, let's assume, okay? So we got 4 more options, guys. We got 4 more options now to build wealth, okay? Option number 1, if you've got high interest debt, take that whole $5,000 that you didn't have before and dump it on your debt, okay? Debt is not good. Debt hurts your financial position completely, okay? Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since I never would have had this money in the first place because it was kind of stolen from me, right? I'm just going to take that $5K and I'm going to dump it on my home. I'm going to dump it on my 3% mortgage. That's just me, okay? I want to be completely debt-free. I hate having debt. It sucks. There's no good debt. There's none whatsoever. It's all bad. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with my 5K, okay? Option number 3 for you guys. Hey, you can go buy some U.S. Treasury bonds, right? You can go buy some bonds and get, 3, 4%, maybe 4.5%. Hey, maybe 5%. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, with interest rates. But hey, take that 5K, go make a solid conservative 4.5% today, right? Take that money and do something decent with it, okay? So that's option number 3. Option number 4, guys, you know where I'm going with this. We can invest it, guys. We can invest it in the AI revolution. We can invest it in the S&P 500, which pretty much is the AI revolution these days. I've talked about that. You know, the S&P 500 is a concentration of about 10 companies. And those 10 companies are pretty much all tech companies and AI. Okay, so that's what you're investing in if you do decide to go with the S&P 500. You know, hey, you could also explore, you know, maybe buy a little bit of the S&P, but you could also explore some individual stocks. You know, you could take maybe $4,000, put it in the S&P, and you could take $1,000 and explore some individual stocks, whatever floats your boat. You know, I'm not going to recommend any stocks. You know, do your own research. There's lots of YouTube channels out there with different stock picks, different you know, markets that you can invest in. But you know what? That $5,000 could go a long way for your future. You know, maybe in 10, 20 years, that 5K ends up being 25,000, right? You could 5X your money in 20 years, depending on your investments, okay? So, and you could add to that position. You could start to add and make this a catalyst for you to add into an investment portfolio. Whatever that investment portfolio is, that's up to you, okay? You can do your due diligence on that, okay? So that's option number 4. Option number 5, guys, we all know what it is. We could just turn that 5K right around and spend that money and give it right back to the government, right? Is that what you guys want to do? You want to take your 5K and go blow it on a new truck or some new appliances or, you know, a vacation, whatever it is that you guys want to do, you could just turn right back around and spend it. And I guarantee you, guess what? That's what Donald Trump knows. He knows you're going to do that. And I bet you Elon Musk knows it too. He knows it too. They all do. All these wealthy people that are in the government, they know what you're going to do. You're going to take your 5K, you're going to turn it right back around, and you're going to pay more taxes on the $5,000. That's what you guys are going to do, okay? Now, hopefully you guys don't, okay? Be conservative with this money, all right? Be smart with it. Okay, there is a 6th option too. I won't forget this one. You could donate that money to your community. You know, we don't talk enough about our communities enough, all right? And, you know, there's lots of ways you could donate that money. Maybe it's to your church. Maybe it's to your local Cub Scout troop. Maybe it's to your baseball teams. Maybe it's to your girls' soccer teams. Whatever it is. Maybe it's your local school district too. You could donate that money. So there's a 6th option. All right, I don't want to forget about that. That's important too. All right, we need to talk probably more about that, right, when it comes to wealth building, your community, okay? So those are the 6 options, okay? Whatever you decide to do, you know, do it for yourself, you know. Think about building wealth, guys. Think about it, all right? If you turn around, you go and spend this money, all right, back into the economy, you know what you're going to do? You're just going to exacerbate the inflation problem, okay? And odds are, you know, the government officials and the wealthy people, they know this, all right? But they're going to give you the option because America is all about freedom, guys. It is. It's all about freedom. So they're going to give you the freedom to do what you please with the money they took from you, okay? If this happens, you know, this is no guarantee that this $5,000 dividend is going to come out. But if it does, you have the freedom to do what you please with that money. You can go ahead and spend it and exacerbate the inflation problem, no doubt, right? There's no guarantee that after they balance this budget, if they do, because I'm not going to bet against Elon Musk. He's probably going to pull it off. All right, let's assume they balance the budget. There's no guarantee that with the next administration, they're not going to just blow the money all away and get us right back into the same debt cycle that we're in today. There's no guarantee, right? So if you go and you spend that $5,000 and now our government is insecure and not stable in the next administration, we're right back where we started, guys. And you're not in a better financial position. This is all about positioning at the end of the day. Position yourself for you know, the next 20 years, all right? Do the right thing. Be smart about it. So that's my take on the $5,000 DOGE dividend, and we'll see what happens. hey, it'll be interesting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you're going to do with it. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to save it, invest it, spend it, right? Hey, if you're going to spend it, hey, might as well let everyone know what you're going to spend it on, right? Maybe it's a new truck, whatever it is. Hey, you know, we have the freedom. We get to do what we want to do. Okay. So anyways, you guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate all my new subscribers and all my viewers. And everyone, take a look at my previous video and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.